All right, so we're so happy to be here with Matt Cooper, who is emerging onto the country scene. I'm really excited to find out about how you got where you are now. So thank you so much for being here. And
Yeah, thanks
first
for
of
having
all,
me.
I just want to start from like very beginning. When did you know music was something you wanted to pursue?
Great question. Great start. I so we, I mean, I've practiced this story for so many times, but I'll tell you the Cliff Notes version,
Sure.
right? So in sixth grade, I got into music after watching my mom play Heart and Soul on piano one Christmas. I was at my grandma's house and I just thought it was really cool. So I went home and I learned how to play Heart and Soul on piano on YouTube. And the cool part is the next Christmas I got to play it in front of her. So she was a big part of my musical journey. And then I got into guitar and stuff because I just wanted to impress all the middle school girls. And
Valid.
just wanted to be Ed Sheeran and Shawn Mendes and sing them love songs. And it didn't really work. And so I was just like, what now, right? But professionally started doing it in college. Um, I played baseball growing up, played baseball in college, got cut. And I was like, all right, what now? And started writing songs. And now we're sitting here.
So I know you mentioned baseball. It was a little bit of a transition from that sports field into music. What was the one thing that, I mean, getting cut, but sure, there was something else that must have said, all right, I'm going to go and try music now and like really pursue that.
Yeah. Um, I don't know. It was just always like something I grew up with. Um, I just had like moments I mean, my freshman year after I got cut from the baseball team, I remember just like I had this moment at night where I wrote 5 songs in like 2 hours one night in my freshman dorm room, and I had these songs, and I thought they were awesome, and I was like, all right, well, it'd be cool to like record these one day, and so COVID hit and the whole world shuts down, obviously, and so I moved back home to Jacksonville and I sold cars for Mazda for 6 months, became a car salesman, and saved enough cash to take my first trip to Nashville to get those 5 songs recorded. And then I just started putting them out on TikTok, and one of those songs absolutely blew up, and it kind of launched this sort of career for me. And
We'll talk about that TikTok
yeah,
blow up because that's just so common for artists trying to make it onto the scene these days. How many songs did you put out before you had like staggering numbers on there?
I put out 2 songs before Ain't Met Us Yet, and they tanked. That was terrible. I'm like, all right, this. I just wanted to try it, like it was still weird to be on TikTok at that time, so I was like, cool. And then put Ain't Menace out, and it went number one on iTunes, number one on Billboard. I was being called by labels, offered more money than I've ever seen in my life, and it was my mom that was like, "Hey, step back, pray about this, like think about this, and figure out if this is actually what you want to do." And
So,
so
were you in town when that happened?
now it's back in Jacksonville. I was home, yeah. So when COVID hit, I moved back home, Jacksonville, and then ended up going back to UCF to finish school. Yeah.
So, you have that moment on TikTok. When was the I have to go to Nashville thing?
That was probably after I graduated. Didn't know what wanted to do after 4 years. You'd think I would have figured it out, but I was like, you know what? I was doing the music thing independently in college. That was kind of how I was paying my bills. And then after that, I was like, okay, here's the thing. I got to look at this like baseball. If I want to become the best baseball player, I need to surround myself with the best baseball players. Um, and so I was like, all right, maybe Nashville's the move. And so I just moved out there on a whim and just did it. I moved out there 2 years ago, and a lot of family stuff happened, and I took a step back from it, and then got back into it. But man, I was just like, I need to be out there, and so I did. I took the leap, and now we're sitting here, which has been awesome. So
So, you're in Nashville, you're experiencing all of that like for the first time. What do you think really like I want to go back to the TikTok thing honestly because do you think you were ahead of the curve on that whole thing? On getting and being musical on that app because I know around that time it was like not totally forced, but like a lot of people were doing it.
I would say like I was early on. Yeah, music was like TikTok was exploding artists, and it definitely exploded that song. I think the hardest part with like TikTok artists and a lot of the era that I was first with is that it's hard to get people to watch you online for a video that goes viral and actually come to a show or buy merch or anything. And so that's kind of where we're at now is like how do I get people that supported me way back when, right? To actually convert into actual real fans and radio is a huge part of that. It's why we're doing it. But yeah, it was. I don't even know how it happened, man. I don't even know how I'm sitting here right now. I'm just doing some things and just saying yes and doing it, man.
That's how you
So
got to do it. Like, blink of an eye.
that's it. Yeah.
For sure. So we talked about TikTok, and you mentioned the radio more of like, the traditional method of getting music out there. So you have your first single that's been shipped to radio. What is that feeling like of like, all right, it's out there. Let's see what happens. Like, what are you feeling right now? Because it just went this week.
Yeah. I feel the exact same, to be honest. It's funny. Like, I try to, as much as I love this job, I try my best to not make it who I am. Like, really. And like highs and lows, like there's a huge, deeper meaning to that story, which I'll probably share later today. But I mean, it's cool. It's cool to have a song on radio. But I like have to remind myself constantly, like, this is just my job. Like, it's not who I am. I'm not trying to do it to become famous or anything. Which if we're playing arenas and stuff, cool. But it's just, you know, it's I don't want to be like a different person on this stage than I am like back at home. And so I just try to stay true to myself, man. It's cool, and I'm like all for it. Like, let's freaking go. Let's do this radio thing. But I have to humble myself too, because it can get to your head, and it has before.
Like how you kind of try to keep it separate. We talked a little about the professional stuff, but you're newly engaged, right? Congratulations on that.
Did they put that in the notes?
Yeah. I just stalked your Instagram.
Yes.
Tiny bit. So let's hear about that. How did that whole thing go down?
Oh my gosh, what a story. The Cliff Notes version is this. I met my fiance at a bar one night, very Nashville of me, right? Through a mutual friend, and we hit it off one night. And a few days after that, I asked her out, and I got rejected. And I was like, okay, this girl is not interested in me at all. So I didn't talk to her for like 3 weeks. And then every Friday night, I try to go line dancing. I love line dancing, and I kept seeing her there. And so obviously, like every thing that happens, she started catching feelings for me. And I was like, I mean, come on. I mean, what did you think? Right? I'm just kidding. But no, we just started hanging out, and asked her out again, shot my shot, and she said yes. And we went on a few dates and then started dating, and I'm like, let's go. So yeah, we got engaged about a month ago, and it's been great. She's awesome. She's amazing. Everything that I'm not. So
I'm really happy you have that outside of music to kind of contradict everything in that. So congratulations.
Thank
again.
you so much.
And if you will, I have a little game if you don't mind.
I love games.
All right.
Yeah.
It's called Cup of Questions. Pretty simple. Pull one out, answer it, see what we got.
I feel like
I really worked
like
hard
a fortune cookie.
Yeah, exactly.
If you could create your own festival lineup, who are the 3 headliners? Ooh. Well, selfishly, because they told me to say this, I have to say Matt Cooper. Number 2, I'm going to go Thomas Rhett. Oh, yeah. Big Thomas Rhett fan. And number 3, I'm going to go my guy, Ed Sheeran. Yeah. Very
he
like.
just announced his show for here.
Oh, for real?
Today. Yeah.
He's moving to Nashville. He's going to do a country album. That's the rumor on the street, and I think it's true.
I wouldn't be surprised.
No, he's amazing.
Got a few
do you guys like Ed Sheeran?
Okay. I'm sure we do.
Yeah, dude. Okay, let's go. Second fortune. Ben is incredibly handsome. No, I'm just kidding. If you could instantly master any instrument you don't already play, what would it be? Saxophone. Next question.
I said that the other day, too.
Dude, there's nothing like a good sax.
And I'm like, if I could change one thing about my
oh
childhood,
my gosh. Uh-huh.
For sure.
You just pull it out at a party and you're just like...
you
Dude.
would have been rejected that first time.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Right.
One more.
Wait, you play the sax? That's so hot. Who is the first country artist you saw live, and how did it impact you? First country artist I saw live. I think the first one I saw live was at Tortuga Music Festival. I think I saw Jordan Davis. I think that was my first one. He's awesome. He's so good.
Just such a hit
Every
maker.
single thing he puts out is just so good. He doesn't have a bad song.
It's like the sleepy, like, country star.
He's awesome.
All
and
right,
a great
so
beard.
I would love to hear a few songs, but you
Sure.
mentioned baseball, right?
Yes.
And we are in like a very tight playoff chase here in Boston.
Mhm.
Every win matters. Walked it off last night, and obviously we have the cathedral of baseball
Uh-huh.
in our town. Have you ever been to Fenway? No.
That's on my to-do.
Would you like to do that today?
To Fenway Park?
Yeah.
Sure.
How about a tour?
Is that what we're doing?
VIP tour. You were going to Fenway.
I was like,
The
I
rain's
think we're
not
gonna go to
come.
lunch. And I was like, is this about to be a 4-hour lunch?
No.
And I was like, wait, that's so fun. Oh, dude, come on.
But
yes, I would
the
love that.
game today is at 1:35. Do you want to go to the game too?
Yeah. Is this really happening?
This is
It's
happening.
actually a thing?
We're going to Fenway.
Heck
Just
yeah.
gonna play your songs and
She
we're out
did-
here.
She didn't say anything
Oh,
about
she's
this.
so good.
I was like, all right, so is this going to be a lunch visit and then are we going to go home? And she's like, no, let's just stay around. I was like, frick yeah, we get to go to Fenway Park.